Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I have covered two sessions now, the product insights and shortage and issue intelligence. Today we will discuss on power trend forecasting. Here, there are a lot of statistical calculations which I have incorporated in this, and how the Copilot will going to take that as an input and generate the output for it. So there are a lot many calculations, and this agent was focused on pharmaceutical companies. And today we will discuss on AI power trend forecasting, which has leveraged historical data trends to predict upcoming price surges, shortages, or supply shifts, and use AI models to forecast future risk or opportunities across key product SKUs, and also support strategic planning with predictive insights from dynamic data sets. So first, I'll walk through with that statistical calculations, what all things that I have considered to develop this particular model, and how I have prepared, developed those actions in the Copilot. I'll explain about it. This is quite a lengthy session, but it's quite interesting. And yeah, so let me showcase. So this is just an example of how a risk score analysis is carried out. Suppose an example, say there's a medicine which has this product variability. It's all a sample data which I've considered, and this is how it is spreading across 2 years from 1st Jan 2024 to March 25, and across this months. Yeah. So first I'll calculate the percentage change, which is nothing but the previous price and considering the price here. So previously it was 4.92, 2.99. I'll calculate the price wherever it is 0, which means it was not changing. And I'll consider the overall percentage considering all of this change. And I'll see which is that sharp decline. So if I look into this, so this is the sharp decline that we have, and large increase of price, which is 58. So from 1.95, we have the price of 3.1. So that is the large increase. Then I'm calculating the average of this. So summing it up divided by total number of records that we have, that becomes your average. Then I'm calculating the variance difference, variance calculations. So that is the product price minus the average price, square root of that. And yeah, the summation of this. So basically I'm now splitting up all the details here to calculate the standard deviation. Yeah. So with all that data, I'll calculate the standard deviation. Then I have three different parameters, which is percentage change score, volatility score, and the trend score. So this can be changed. So for instance, this is a score actually. So if it is less, the standard deviation, if it is less than 10%, then it will be scored between 10 to 30. And if it is 10 to 50%, it will be a moderate score, 40 to 60. And if the value is standard deviation values for more than 50%, it will be 70 to 100. Okay. So now for looking at the standard deviation, the percentage change score is 40, which falls between 10 to 50%. And the second, I'm calculating volatility score, where if it is standard deviation is less than 0.2, I'll score it between 10 to 30. Medium volatility, it will be, if it is between 0.2 to 0.5, it will be 40 to 60. Now the standard deviation is 1, so which means I'm calculating a score of 70 here. Yeah. And trend score, this is the price shift. Yeah. Minimal price shift, moderate price shifts, and unpredictable jumps. So we saw a lot of variations with this particular medicine. So that's why the trend score has been calculated as 100. So I'm using the formula here. And finally, based on all of this, I'm calculating the risk score, which is, I'm just giving a percentage, 40 percentage of percentage change, 40% of volatility, and 20% of trend shift. So I'm using this particular formula into 0.4. Volatility score into 0.4 and trend score into 0.2. So total the risk score is 64. So this is how I've used this particular formula, and I'll show you now in Copilot how I've used the statistical calculations to come up with an output from an AI. So I'll straight away go to Power Automate. Yeah. So this is the flow which I have. I'll walk through each of the steps which I've used, and I'll show the final result, how it looks like. It's quite interesting. Just watch it out, and yeah. It's quite interesting as well. Yeah. So I'm just calling an agent, passing the VMP product details, and have all of the details that will be captured. And so I'm connecting the power tables here in the list rows to fetch all the details. And this is one compose where I'm composing all of the required details from the list rows. Then I'm doing a compose VMP input. Yeah, these are all the steps. Um, so, so there are multiple details which you can see from the output. That's why I'm initializing header and details. And yeah, so I'm calculating the lowest price, highest price, and total price count that we have for that particular year. And then summary prompt. There's an average price that I calculate. So to read out the price in a numerical value, I've just added these steps. Then we have set variable lowest price. This is where the lowest price will be calculated. And we have set variable action, which calculates your highest price. And then, yeah, so this is all price details. This is the step where the total sum of that particular product will be calculated and composing it. And there's a functionality where we can directly calculate the standard deviation. And since this is a free version of Copilot which I'm using, so the standard deviation feature is a premium feature. So what I did was I've split that, like similar to a theoretical calculation which I have explained. So I split that activity into multiple steps here. Calculating a square sum, then square rooting that, square root that particular value, and I did that 5 to 6 times the square root functionality, and I'm calculating the standard deviations here. Yeah, price count and collecting the header lanes here, header details as well. Yeah, so I'm initializing all the parameters here: volatility factor, percentage change factor, trend factor, and risk score. And then I'm using that formula in the compose action for similar to the theoretical calculation. I'm calculating all of this and I'm coming with the final score. Okay, so I'll have all the details captured at this particular phase before I feed the data into AI. So predict is the AI which I'm using. So compose AI. So there's a JSON where I'm passing all the average price, trend factor, final score, everything at this particular stage to feed that data into predict AI. Yeah. So here I'm summarizing it. So based on the input from compose AI, this will going to suggest. Yeah. I'm passing the details and I'm capturing that response here from the AI. And yeah, so yeah, there are a few more steps here, and I'm also calculating the confidence level where in next 3 months, how a market research analyst can place a value looking at the trend, how much you can increase, how much you can decrease. So that is what I'm calculating here, predicted future price. And if that price has been suggested, what is the confidence level for it? Yeah, I'm using some formulas here, and the final response will be like this, where it gives all the collected header details, and it gives the total price, lowest price, standard deviation, all the values, and real-time risk alert, so alert level and action tip, and advisable insights. Yeah, and finally I'll have AI forecasting, predicted price in 3 months. So For every medicine, there are a lot of details which has been captured. So I'm also saying based on the volatility and standard deviation, uh, it has to suggest like this, whether it is a moderate risk or a high risk or a low risk, and also capturing the result from the AI. Okay. So now I'll switch on to the agent from the teams, and with an example, I'll show you how the results will look like. Yeah. Okay. So now everything is active. So today we are discussing on the trend forecast. So I'll click on this option. So it will ask me to pass the VMP details now. So it will process and then will ask me to approve it. Approved it now. So now if you look into this, it gives me all the details of the product, which is the header, and it gives me price insights of the price count, the lowest price, highest price, and your average price, your standard deviation value, volatility factor, and percentage change factor, your tractor, and risk score is very high. So, and it gives me real-time risk alert as high risk, and action is immediate review recommended, and it also gives me risk adaptive insights. It says this product shows high pricing risk. Consider looking into in context soon to avoid hikes. And it says low confidence. Consider alternative data sources. And on the forecasting, it says predicted price in 3 months will be around this particular value. And it says confidence levels is 0 because there's the trend, if you see on the price, is variable. So it says confidence of 0. And it says forecast insights as high observed volatility. Forecast suggests continued upward movement, moderate risk, monitor supply pricing. And the AI insight gives a overview. The text provides statistical data, including an average price of approximately this value and a standard deviation about. It summarizes everything of roughly. It also mentions a percentage change factor of 2000. So it accumulates all of the data which has been fed, and then it suggests the real insights into the market condition. Okay, so this is it, and you can further, pass or ask the AI tool. It will look into your knowledge base, what all documents that you have submitted. It will look into specific documents and then retrieve the data. So that can be done. Yeah, this is it from this particular session. Hope you liked it. I want to keep the contents. I know there's a lot of AI tools in the market where they modify a lot of videos, which I don't want to do it. I want to keep it real, and want the users to make use of this and then implement the agents in their industry, the company, which will help the analyst or the researchers to further analyze and then get close to a market situation. This is all my interest, where I'm focusing more on developing real-time AI agents. Yeah. Hope you liked it. Please do comment. Please do subscribe. Please, what else I can say? Please support me so that I can come up with much more ideas and then develop agents where company can make use of it. Yeah, and thanks a lot, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.